Mr. Oliver from Johnson Controls, the Business Roundtable supports the price on carbon, is that correct?
A price on carbon, that's correct, Senator.
Does the U.S. Chamber support that?
The Business Roundtable put a price, we think that a market-based.
Do you know if the Chamber supports it or not?
I'm not sure, Senator.
So, Mr. Powell, what percentage of emissions, carbon emissions, come from the United States in terms of the world writ large?
We're now down to about 15% of global emissions.
Okay. If we put a price on carbon, what happens if China and India, they do not?
It will not have an effect on decreasing Indian and Chinese emissions, and Chinese emissions are now about double our emissions.
Do you agree with that with Mr. Wallace-Wills?
Well, a tax here won't have an effect abroad, but many of those countries are already signaling an interest in investing in clean energy that goes beyond ours. So they may yet move faster than we expect.
I guess what I would say is that we need to probably move together, because one of the concerns that people have is if we put a price on carbon here, it could create a competitive disadvantage, at least in the short term. What would you say to that, Mr. Wells?
I think the world is shifting on some of these questions such that we don't think about decarbonization as a cost, but an opportunity. And I think that's especially clear with the air pollution data that I cited. Because that is local, the costs are concentrated within national borders, and it means that the incentives to decarbonize are true for every country everywhere in the world.
Agreed. Do you support an increase in the gas tax to fund the Highway Trust Fund?
I don't have a particular opinion on that policy question. But
what about Mr. Powell?
I think we're going to need multiple sources of revenue to increase the Highway Trust Fund, especially as we move more to electric vehicles. The gas tax won't be able to do it alone.
Do you also support the idea that an electric vehicle pay into the Highway Trust Fund somehow?
I think we'll need to do that if we want to maintain our infrastructure.
Okay. So now that's different than an economy-wide price on carbon. I've talked to the Climate Leadership Council yesterday, and I've talked to Senator Whitehouse a lot about this. What you do with the money is really important. If you rebate it to the consumer, it lessens some of the fears that people have about increased cost at the gas tank, increased heating cost, running your business. So the bottom line for me is I know it's a problem, and everybody's sort of looking at each other on my side. Y'all have gotten solutions that I don't think I can get there. It's a 50-50 Senate. But if the chamber, you got the Business Roundtable, I'm just talking from a Republican point of view. We're going to do a hearing, Mr. Chairman, on electric vehicles, right? As part of we hope so.
Yeah.
See, I've got BMW and Volvo in South Carolina. Senator Stabenow is sort of the heart and soul of the car business. And it seems to me that all the people making cars are indicating that they're going to go to a non-internal combustion car. And I think they're doing that for multiple reasons. When the biggest car companies in America are beginning to change their fleet, I would like to find out why they're doing that and what can we do on the production side, energy efficiency side, sort of to lead the world, not just shame them, but actually make money in a lower carbon economy. So to Senator Whitehouse, who has been a true leader in all this, we'll sit down and talk about a 50-50 Senate, what's possible. But I'd like to start a discussion that maybe can bear fruit over time here and get the Business Roundtable and other groups on the business side that support a price on carbon, find out what kind of rebate is fair that will get you the most political support. So from my point of view, it's inevitable that we're going to a lower carbon economy. That's a good thing. And I'd end with this one thought. Do you all agree it would be a nightmare for the Ayatollah and Putin if we went to a lower carbon economy anytime soon? I assume silence means yes. Okay, thank you.
I'll stipulate to that from my position.
Okay, thank you, Senator Graham. Senator Stabenow.
Yes, and I would stipulate to that as well. So I want